Let's move on to facial rejuvenation. What is your approach for a patient when they come to you and say, I want something done to my face?
Again, I think the first question is what? And then we look in the mirror together to try to determine what it is that that patient sees in the mirror in the morning and the mirror at night. What is it that looks different to that patient? And you know, often the story is I walk by a mirror and I catch a glance of myself and I feel like I'm looking at my mother, you know, or I look sad and I'm not, and my grandkids tell me I look, you know, tired or sad and I'm not. You know, I think really what the goal of facial rejuvenation should be is to give that patient back the face they had when they were more youthful. And part of that is really addressing how the face is aged and the direction of aging. I think sometimes what happens with facial rejuvenation is in an attempt to short-circuit real surgery, we're changing the anatomy too much, and then I think it gets a bad rap.
Oh.
I think people look pulled, they look funny, they don't look like themselves. I don't think it has to be that way.
You put a large amount of emphasis on a natural look for people. What do you mean by that?
My goal is to make you look like you did 10 years, 15 years ago, maybe even if we're lucky 20 years ago, but not like your neighbor. I think that's really an important goal with facial rejuvenation. And you should look good in repose when you're not smiling, you should look good when you're smiling, and you should look good when you're animating, when you're talking. If we have funny lines or funny directional pulls on the face, you're going to look like you've been operated on. I don't want anybody to know that you've had surgery. My goal is not to advertise on people's faces, so.